Hi, this is a brief demonstration of how to insert a table of authorities in a Word document. I'm doing the demo running Word 2010, but you'll notice it looks the same in Word 2007 and functions the same in Word 2003 and the versions for Mac. It just looks a little different, and you'll click in different places to get the table of authorities stuff to begin. But once you're going, it works basically the same way. So to start with, you need to write the brief. That's the hard part. And once you've done that work, you're ready to play with the computer a little bit. So we've got our place. We want to have the table of authorities. It's blank right now. So to get started, we need to mark some authorities. Go to References, and then Mark Citation. You can also hit Alt-Shift-I to do this, and it will pop up this window. Click Next Citation, and it takes you to what it believes to be a citation. It looks for things like the V in a case name. It looks for the section symbol. You then clean up your selected text, take off the end punctuation. Make sure you are categorizing it correctly. So right here where it says cases, well, this isn't a case, it's a statute. So make sure you mark it as a statute and mark. Next citation. Oops, it jumped past a citation. I see here it's the Federal Rule of Appellate Procedure 4A 1A. If we want to include that and it has skipped it, it's okay. We just select it, come over here. That's not a statute, that's a rule, and mark. Next citation, it finds the next statute. Select it. Clean it up as appropriate. Mark. Next citation. So on and so forth. As you go through, here, let's do this case. You just mark each one. Now this one, you notice there's a pin site. We want to make sure we take that out because what you put in this box here will determine what is in the table of authorities. There's a case, so let's make it a case and mark it. Next citation. It has settled on in reviewing, thinking that that is in re, a procedural designation. It's not. So just hit next citation to click on to the next. And it has selected id. Id can show up, if you're not careful, as its own entry in the table of authorities. You want to go select what the actual citation is and mark it based on that. Now the next citation, this time in re actually is a case, so select the whole thing down here and mark it. So on and so forth until you've gone to all these citations. Now if you are going along and you want to enter one and you're not in the citation marking, it's okay. You can just click that. It will bring the stuff in, clean up your pin site. It's in cases, so mark it. All right. After you've marked everything that you want to appear in the table of authorities, you go up to where it goes, position the cursor where you want the table of authorities to begin, and click Insert Table of Authorities. They'll give you some choices. I like to use the dot leader and tell it what category. Let's do all the categories and tell it OK. Yes, we want to replace, and there it is. It's got the statutes, it's got the rules. Now I've made a mistake, haven't I? Let's fix that by going to where that appears. 28 U.S.C. 1294. Apparently, I had that as a rule. It's not a rule. It's a statute. So, I want to fix that. I'll delete the old mark and go mark it again. I hit 1294. It is a statute. Alright, so now when we go back up, it's still showing up there, but when we update the table, it goes away. Then click on the statutes, update that table, and there it shows up. We've got a pin site left in the table of cases. If we were to change that the wrong way, we'd just select it, delete, there it's changed. But then if we ever update the table, it pops right back in. The right way to fix it is like we did with the statute. Go down to where that site appears. I think this is page 9. So we scroll down and find NRE subpoena, and in the table of authorities marking, take that out. Now when we scroll back up, the table of authorities, position the cursor there, update that part of the table, it goes away. You've also probably noticed we've got to fix our fonts. These are currently showing up in a font other than the one we used in the brief. And we fix this with styles. And the styles we need to alter are the table of authorities heading. Just click that, modify that style. Right now it's Arial. Let's make it Century Schoolbook 14. You'd pick whatever the rest of the brief is, of course. And there it just fixed the headings. And also you can adjust the table of authorities fonts. Cambria. Let's make it Schoolbook 14. Okay, and there it just changed the fonts. The reason to do it this way rather than changing manually is now when we update the field, it will continue to look correct. I hope this is helpful to you as you create a table of authorities for your brief. If you've got questions, please feel free to ask me.